Hey everybody, Glenn here, and as you may have noticed, this video is looking a little bit odd. Well, it turns out my camcorder has had issues, so I'm on my backup recording device, which isn't ideal, but it's going to take me a week or two to sort out video. So before we start this Top Tuesday for this week, I wanted to kind of let you know that videos might be a little bit fewer and farther between till I get this camcorder thing fixed up. So, that being said, welcome to Top Tuesday. This is the Game of Thrones edition where I'm going to go over my top 3 Game of Thrones pop figures. I've got about 20. In fact, I've got exactly 20 Game of Thrones pops, so I'm only doing a top 3, not a top 5. One thing about the Game of Thrones pops is they're not as lavish and extravagant and colorful as some of the other pop series for obvious reasons. But what I do like about this series is they do a really good job of conveying their specific characters through poses, just the way the molds are. And that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at my Game of Thrones pops is, does this convey a sense of who this character is on the show? And the ones that do that the best are the ones that really grab my attention. So let's get into it. Start with number 3. Number 3. All right, my number 3 pop for Game of Thrones is our friend, the Mountain. And I like this pop because, number 1, he is a little bit taller than all of the other pops, which makes sense. Sometimes when they do these pop figures of larger characters and they don't want to do, obviously an oversized one, they don't make them any taller or any bigger than a regular pop, which is kind of weird. So I like that they made this one a little bit bigger. I love the brow, kind of that Cro-Magnon brow that he's got sticking out there. Makes him look very menacing. They did a good job with his muscles, and the sword, obviously, I just love the pose. So this actually is a really good pop figure. And a really popular one in the Game of Thrones series. Number 2. Okay, my number 2 pop in this series is actually one of the newer pop figures. It is Ramsay Bolton, one of the most wicked characters there is on the show. I like this pop because not only does he have his bow in his hand, he's great detail on his armor. His cape looks really good too. I like the fact that you see his eyes are at half mast, kind of really conveys that sense of dread and evil that he exudes. So they did a really good job with this pop figure. Again, it's one of the newer ones, which means it's a little more detailed from, if you look at even his pants part of the armor kind of loose and over the boots, which they should be, just, it looks really detailed, really good. So I like this pop a lot. Number 1. And my number 1 in this collection, I guess I'm a sucker for the redheads, is Egret. The reason I like Egret, number 1, her pose. She's at the ready with her bow. Even has the quiver on her side there. What I really like about this is the armor. If you look at the armor, it's got that kind of snow burnt dirtiness to it. It really looks like it's from the north, and they just did a really good job of kind of dusting that armor up and making it look old, but also, from the snowy climes that she is. They did a really good job with the hair as well. I love the pattern of the braids in the back and the vibrant red color. Sometimes with these redheads pops, they don't make the pop hair red enough. It just kind of ends up being kind of a reddish brown. But they did a really good job of making the bright red, which is kind of Egret's trademark on her character. So this is my favorite pop. It's a common. It's not that hard to find. It's not an exclusive. It's not a variant of any kind. I just love looking at this pop because I like the character so much, but I also just like what they did with it and how they represented her. So this is definitely my favorite Game of Thrones pop right now. Well, that's about it. Again, sorry for the technical glitches until I figure this stuff out. videos are going to be a little bit more difficult for me to make. So stay tuned. I've got a lot coming up, and bad timing as it is with this stuff, all the boxes are going to start rolling in here any second. So stay tuned for those. We'll work it out. Just bear with me there with kind of the lower quality video, but we'll work it out. As always, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'd love to see your comments on these pops and the video as well. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.